No. How y'all doing today?
Typically, we have this all filled up because we got enough ribs for everybody here. Anybody wants to come slide on in here? We got plenty of food up here. What we did today, we got Jeff out there. He's been manning the pit, and what he did is take some samples of products of people in the audience, or the vendors, and we use those products for your delight today. And what we'll do is we'll cut some of those products. We'll identify those ribs. We'll identify who owns that product, that station. And from there, they'll allow some samples. We got a lot of guests up here. These kids here, they go to Carter High School. There's a group called Man Up, and the girls is called Queens. What the program is about, there's about 100, the folks in that program is all about earning your keep. All these kids work for us. And so we've catered parties around the world. We've catered parties in Europe and Africa. We've catered over 85,000 people for George W. Bush. Man, we're doing good. We're getting beer on the front row. So the objective today is to try to set the stage for you, the audience, to construct a great experience. And we're using a lot of products here. Think of the butterfly. The butterfly was already in the egg. The butterfly was already in the caterpillar, and the butterfly was already in the pupa. Nature sets the stage for it to unfold from the egg, the caterpillar, and the pupa. Y'all get that? Some of you got that? When you go to a magic show, the magician creates distractions. The audience creates the magic. The better the magician, the better y'all construct the magic. Does that make sense? Y'all got that? All right, Jeff, we got a note back here. Bob, you can understand. I got your product right here. All right. We're setting the stage. Bob's sauce here sets the stage for y'all to construct the magic. All right, now you get it, Bob? Okay. So Bob doesn't sell products, he sells the benefit of the product. Is that cool? We'll bring his attention here in a little bit when we get his ribs out here. Man, y'all are really knocking it out here.
All right. Today we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with our ribs.
Our ribs.
Our ribs, EddieDeen ribs.
And what we're going to do with our ribs, we're going to send it out to a Zach Zombie sauce. Y'all stand up, Zach Zombie sauce. All right. What they're going to do is put a little of this on the outside. Since we didn't get it on the front end, we're going to get it on the back end. Is that cool? All right. We're going to put this Zach's Zombie sauce in that pan. You guys ready to go? All right. Just go ahead and take a pan and a tongue.
Could somebody from Zach's come up and explain?
Yeah, Zach, come on up here.
He's right behind you.
All right, here we go, guys.
Go down.
Tell us a little bit about the product, what they're using up on these ribs right here.
What it is, it's our product focuses on taste rather than heat. We use 5 different spices and 5 different peppers. One of the peppers, surprisingly enough, is Ghost Jolokia pepper that we get here from Texas. And we get it from Texas because they're the best ghosts that we can get. They're pesticide-free and they're organic. And we process the ghost in a special way so it doesn't blow your head off, but it leaves a very nice finish to the product.
That's what they're using on these ribs right here.
Yes, that's what they're using on the ribs right now.
Thank you very much, all of our friends at Zach Zombie Sauce. You're going to be able, does anybody have an interest in sampling some of these ribs with Zach sauce on them? That's what I thought. Thank you so much.
We love Texas.
Also in the other pan, we got Flamin' Joe. Is Flamin' Joe right here?
No.
Oh, where's Flamin' Joe? He's guy's got the red hair standing straight up, yo. Anyway, on the other pan is his sauce.
It's a Caribbean jerk sauce. Or Caribbean, I don't know.
They got plates, they got rolls. Let me explain the bread here. The rolls they're taking here is these rolls here. I'm going to give you the recipe to the bread real quick. Y'all ready? Yeast is a living one-cell organism. It enters the endosperm of the flour. It needs sugar for energy, salt for stabilizing, and oil for elasticity. Y'all got that? Yeah. Water activates the yeast around 114 degrees. We put eggs in it for create flavor and structure. Y'all got that? Mm-hmm. Y'all got the recipe? Y'all got it? Homemade bread. In nature, let me talk about nature. Nature sets the stage up for the egg, the caterpillar, the pupa, and the butterfly, right? So nature, what we do in nature, we set the stage for the flour, sugar, water, and all the different ingredients to come together and have a little dance, a little rumba. 2-step. next thing you know, A leads to B, leads to C, leads to D. Y'all got that? A leads. So if D is not good, it's because you didn't know how to set up A. Does that make sense? So the responsibility of the chefs is to set the stage for A, lead to B, lead to C, lead to D. We set the stage for nature to self-organize. Is that right, Bob? All right. I tell you, what we need is, Jeremy, hurry up and eat. We need help up here. We got ribs we got to serve. Come on, let's go. Pass that. Come on.
Hey.
Well, we've got our Flaming Joes and we've got Zach Zombie Sauce.
You want to jump up here with your sauce and help
Zach,
him out?
Where's Zach? There you go.
Hey, where's Zach's sauce at? You got Zach's? It's right here? Okay, here he is, right here, Zach. Right here,
Help
Zach.
them out. Give them a hand. Let's get your ribs out there to these hungry folks.
Let's give all these volunteers a good hand right here. Who hasn't got ribs yet, you need to be holding your hand up. It's not like you're just going to get one. We're going to give you several.
All right, a little bit about these ribs. They're like a salty, spicy, sweet rib.
When are you going to do? When are we going to get to our guests?
We have brown sugar on them,
When are we
and
gonna
then
get to
when they're finally done, we honey glaze them.
When are we
Here
gonna
you go,
get to
Jeff.
these? What is that? Okay.
All right, guys, if y'all come down here and grab here's some tongs if you want to grab one.
Here you go. Take that with you.
Here's some
Here you
tongs.
go. You guys got to work together. One's got salsa, one's got the pan, one's got directions. There you go. Just let them, no. Let them put it on right there at the end. There you go.
I want to thank Cutco for letting us use these knives. These are awesome knives. Jeff, you agree?
How's everything going so far? All those ribs is what you get at Crossroads or Smokies there in East Lancaster. We got a place called Jackson Street in Kaufman, Texas. Beatrice, you hadn't had a rib yet? You're waiting on yours, right? All right. We're waiting on Jeff. He's
We're
fixing
waiting
to
on
bring
this
you
last
over.
rack of our ribs, and then we're going to push them out, and then we got a lot more coming out in different flavors, different styles, different vendors. Is Bob out here?
Yeah.
Bob's right here.
Is he be first?
Bob's number one on the list. You ready, Coach?
EddieDeen Catering Company. We've catered, of course, like all over the world, over 85,000 people for George W. Bush. We've catered the last 5 gubernatorial inaugurations. The first one we catered was we fed 14,000 people in 45 minutes. The next event for George W. Bush, we fed 15,500 people. We did it in 38 minutes. For Rick Perry, I guarantee the media would feed everybody in 30 minutes. We fed 13,529 minutes.
With those ribs.
Y'all keep your hands up. You ain't got a rib yet. All right. In the back. In the back. In the back. See all those hands up over here?
I need some plates. Smiley.
We need some plates over here, Scott. You got anybody
sir.
to go get some plates?
We'll do it.
There you go.
Smiley. Holler at her.
Who's Smiley?
She's got a big old stack of plates.
Anybody got any extra plates over here? Be sure and get them over here to the zombies. Let's keep this thing rolling.
Okay, Jeff, you want to come over here? Slice it
Time
up.
we get all these ribs out, typically I already fed 15,000 people. Yes, sir. East Lancaster, 5300 East Lancaster in Fort Worth.
In Fort Worth.
It's in Fort Worth on East Lancaster. That's called Smokies. You'll see it in a little bit of blurb in Texas Monthly this month. What we have here. What we got here, Jeff, is cooked with Old Bob's Happy Habanero Barbecue Sauce. All right, Scott,
Go ahead.
let Bob talk about these ribs when they get out there.
All right, Bob, tell us a little bit about the sauce they're doing right now.
Well, this is called Old Bob's Real Pit Happy Habanero Barbecue Sauce. We call it happy because we put just enough habanero in it that it doesn't hurt you. I tell folks it's wife tested. When I make it, I added habanero sauce to the original recipe, and when it got too hot for her, I backed it off 1 tablespoon, and that's what the sauce that we ended up with.
A lot of success with it.
Very great success. It's really a good product. You get the flavor of the habanero without all the killer heat. You get to enjoy it, and it's a pleasure to have it on Eddie's ribs today.
Absolutely, I agree. Who wants to try some of Old Bob's ribs? Old Bob and Eddie Deen. That's as good as it gets. Thanks, Bob, very much.
All right.
Mr. Deen, plates are on the way.
The way, Jeff.
There's your Old Bob right here. What you need to walk with him right here.
Step in and explain to him
No.
how to cook it.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Keep going right there. Now we got a relationship. See, there's no water till there's a relationship between hydrogen and oxygen. Beatrice, y'all want a rib real quick? Try the Old Bob's. You're waiting on yours, right? Clinton and Beatrice is waiting on theirs. Theirs is down here at the end.
Jeff's going to describe what we did with Old Bob's sauce today.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Does it work? Can y'all hear him? Test.
This is the first time Jeff has ever talked on a microphone before. Y'all give Jeff a big hand.
You're doing fine, Jeff.
Jeff cooked all these ribs today.
What happened? What happened?
Louder. Point them out. Can y'all hear him?
Why do you have these?
Test. Say test.
Why do you have these ribs here?
Hold it. Just hold it. Talk to it.
You don't need ribs.
All right.
There we go.
I started out with a small glaze, and it's a little thin, so you have to keep adding it progressively through, but it made a nice even coat and didn't toughen up, kept it real moist. Turned out really well. Hope you enjoy.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for your hard work. We saw you out there at the smoker this morning super early.
Get on the next one. Work on the next one.
Old Bob's ribs getting handed out here. Let's look for those hands up.
All right. Yeah, that's
Still Zach's over here putting
Next.
some extra hot.
Next, we're going to have raspberry jalapeno. Sherry is Sherry here? I can't see Sherry. Everybody's got their hand up for ribs.
Sherry.
Sherry, if you're here, come on. There she goes. Come on up.
There's Sherry.
Sherry's participated 2 days in a row.
We love Sherry. This is really good jelly. It works on biscuits too, early in the morning.
Sherry from Rafter 7S, tell us a little bit about your product.
The raspberry jalapeno jelly, most people think of the pepper jellies, put it over cream cheese, some crackers, makes a quick and easy hors d'oeuvre. But you can use it for so much more, like they did with the ribs, put a little on as a finishing sauce. If you need a relish for your meats, works really good for that. Stirred into macaroni salad, potato salad, adds just a little bit of kick for that. You can use it, actually put it on ice cream or cheesecake. It is just excellent. You wouldn't think about putting your peppers on your ice cream, but it is very good. These are all made from, I make every single batch of this. We pick the peppers, process it, do it all ourselves. They are all natural. They don't contain any preservatives, corn syrup, or anything like that.
Excellent. Thank you, Sherry from Rafter 7S. Who wants some of hers? I do. That sounds fantastic. You can put it on the appetizer, the sides, the entree, and dessert, and the ribs. That's pretty good.
What we did on this jelly is we cut little slits in the top of the ribs to create some sort of texture for the jelly to hold on to.
What we got here, some baby back in Kansas, St. Louis style. There you go. This is Jeremy. He's volunteering today. Y'all give him a big hand.
Thank
Gotta
you,
go this way,
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Meet up with Sherry right over there.
Which number is
Who wants Sherry's raspberry jalapeno jelly ribs? There you go.
This is number 3.
Next we got Sean and Tim's place over there is Habanero. Those guys were so big. Go ahead, give him the microphone, Scott.
Eddie, it's Hablamino by Chili Dogs Foods of Fire. What we call Hablamino is sweet before the heat. You get a real burst of sweet, fruity flavor. It's an apple-lemon mix. It's a very unique mix with habanero peppers. Then you get the heat that kicks in afterwards. Great product. See us after the show. Thanks, Eddie. See us after the show, 143.
143.
Thank you. Hablamino. Hablamino. Sweet and heat. You want to go up there and help them spread the wealth, Tim? Please, go right ahead. From Chili Dogs,
Meet up this guy right here.
Hablamino ribs coming up. Tim's going to help out.
Hey, Tim, he's around the back. He's coming around the back.
Tim,
Tim.
coming around the back
He's coming
side.
around the back. He's coming around. He's coming around.
Yes, sir, Bob.
I want to thank Eddie for the opportunity to introduce my product to the folks here and invite them to come and see me at booth number 332 right down the aisle here.
That was Bob. You already ate Bob. He's an afterthought. There you go.
Excellent.
What do you think about Bob?
332, you said, right, Bob? 332. Excellent.
All right, these next ribs we got going. There are these three different seasonings. You want to step up?
Right here.
The first one we did is Dad's Oven Smoked Barbecue. That's the first one we did.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm Clint with Penderies. We're actually the oldest family-owned and operated business in the state of Texas now. I'm joined here with my sister Beatrice. We're the 5th generation in the business. If you visit us back at booth 101, right at the front door, you can meet my mother and my nephew. So we have the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th generations here today. The 3 spice blends that they have selected for use today. The first one is Chisholm Trail.
It's
Chisholm Trail?
Dan's Oven Smoked Barbecue.
Dad's. Okay, the first one is going to be the Dad's Oven Smoked. My father developed that one, and it has a little smoke flavor added into it. So if you're cooking at home, indoors, perhaps in the oven, that's a great one to use because of that extra smoke. The second one they have up there is our straight...
We're not ready for that one yet.
Oh, we're not ready for that one. Okay, so it's just Dad's.
What we're going to do, you got to stay with us because he's got 3 different seasonings here.
Okay, well, so I guess we'll just start off and let y'all try out the
All right,
Dad's.
here's the first one.
Is that the second one?
No, that's the next one.
All right.
Yeah, you want...
We got Jeremy. Beatrice, here you go. Beatrice, here's the plates.
Oh! Workman's comp coming up.
Yeah. You go, Jeff.
My new relationship with Pendries is that I got to be on channel 4 in the morning doing chili on Fox.
Yes, sir.
And so I'm using all their seasonings for that chili in the morning. So if you don't have anything else to do in the morning, 8 or 9, I don't know what time we come on. Look for our chili. I said a while ago, there's no water until there's a relationship between hydrogen and oxygen. So it's 2 different companies got to give up our ego. I got to give up my ego. Pendry's got to give up their ego. Next thing you know, we got the emerging property of something better. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. If there ain't a relationship, there ain't no life. Does that make sense? There ain't no water.
Excellent.
The next, Jeff, just the next one?
Yes. Chisholm Trail.
Chisholm Trail. Talk about it, Clint.
Okay, Chisholm Trail, that's another one of our seasonings. That was actually introduced by Deen at our Fort Worth store on the Food Network a couple of years ago. And that one is excellent. It's my personal favorite for steak, cooking out on the grill, the Chisholm Trail. It's got a very nice, sweet flavor. And none of these blends are hot. It's very easy to add your own heat later, but they do have a very nice taste profile. And speaking of chili, actually the founder of our company invented chili blends, so we're glad to see that we're continuing the tradition to this day.
Thanks, Clint.
Here we go, right here. We're just, is all those folks waiting on ribs? Is that right? All right, let's send them this way, right through there. Go right through the middle. What you're getting is Pendry's Chisholm Trail. Pendry's Chisholm Trail. You got it? This is Beatrice right here. Beatrice, there it is right there, going right through the middle.
We're on number 6.
Is this the last one?
This is the last one.
Okay, Clint.
Okay, and this last one of ours is actually our most popular barbecue seasoning. Unlike the Dad's, which has a smoke flavor added into it, this barbecue is best used outdoors, and it's been one of our best sellers for a number of years now.
Where's your place?
Looks like the crowd is growing, so I guess everybody must be enjoying themselves. So we hope you like them.
Who needs some ribs over here?
Thanks, Clint, very much. Good job. Can we get a review on the ribs? Everybody's had at least one, huh?
Has everybody got at least one rib so far?
All right.
I see some coming back for seconds.
If you're sitting out here in the crowd, Mr. Dean, if I may, if you're out in the seats and you haven't had a rib, raise your hand and we'll see if we can get some out this way.
We got 2.5 racks of ribs left, so we're looking at about 25, 30 ribs here.
If you're sitting out in the seats and you need a rib, Jeremy's on his way, so let him see your hand.
Man, look at Zach over here. Zach, are y'all going crazy?
And as you make your way to the sampling table, Mr. Dean, if I may, please remember our friends at Irving Cares. They'll take your donations for financial assistance, employment assistance, and of course the food pantry. There'll be an opportunity to donate there at the sampling table. Please, please, please remember our friends at Irving Cares stays right here in Irving. And it's not a handout, it's a hand up from Irving Cares. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dean.
Here's last try.
You want to show them how to put on the ribs?
Hey,
Scotty, you want to see if they got any questions out there for...
Yes, sir. Anyone have any questions for EddieDeen, Brett Deen, the entire Deen staff? Anybody have anything? Their mouths are full, Mr. Dean.
You need a question?
Oh, here we go. My apologies. Yes, ma'am. No question, just a rib request. Yes, sir.
For the Pendries, on the Dad's oven, and I'm probably not going to be able to get one of the original that you said is your favorite or is the best seller. What is the taste difference on that?
In the taste difference in the one in your preference, Clint.
Well, the Dad's, as I said earlier, it's a barbecue seasoning. It's one of our most popular for cooking indoors because it has a smoke flavor additive in it. So that one, compared to say the other barbecue they're using, which is actually our most popular for barbecue, does not have the additive. The one that's my personal favorite, I mean, it's like picking children, but I do have very nice things to say about the Chisholm Trail, especially on steaks. When I cook steaks on the grill, that's the one that I use.
Thank you, Clint. Great job.
We got a question here on the front.
Yes, sir. There's a question down here on the front. Yes, sir.
What kind of ribs you using here? These St. Louis and what else?
You got
baby backs.
You got a baby back. Is it a short?
This is the St. Louis right here.
Okay.
The other ones are baby backs.
Oh, they're baby backs.
Which one do you like better?
I hadn't had a baby back yet.
Get this.
Go to
St.
Crossroads.
Louis are excellent. St. Louis are excellent.
Good.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
great,
you.
great.
Any other questions for Mr. Dean?
Right down there.
All right. I don't know if I got enough cord there. Please don't let this. If you could come down this way, I think we'd be in better shape. I'm not going to mess with that, I promise.
I was going to ask the question, any relation to either one of the Deen singers, the EddieDeen or Jimmy Dean?
What's that?
Relationship to Jimmy Dean, by any chance?
He misspelled his name. His is D-E-A-N. So ours is 2 E's, D-double-E-N, D-E-E-N.
There we go. Good
What
question.
happened is his great-great-great-grandfather got caught stealing chickens, and he had to change his name to...
Pigs. It was pigs.
Was it pigs?
It was pigs.
All right. So now Paula Deen, I get asked that question. I think her ex-husband is some way down the line, Ken. And I don't know what that relationship is, but...
They actually all want to be related to us. So.
That's right. We should be asking them, not you.
Anybody else got any questions? Let me explain the program, Inner City School Kids. What we do is we teach them how to feel lovable. It's the idea of how to process data without being a prey to data. We do have a bicycle in the back. You need to ride before you'll leave the show. You turn the steering wheel right, the wheel goes left. The reason we built this bicycle, I teach in homeless shelters. And we figured out that people who become self-destructive in nature, it's happening about 5 or 6 years old. They're buying into an idea that their power or control was taken away, and they start to very specific pattern. The brain becomes very, very programmed to go very specific, very specific ways. And so if you feel you got a fear of not having control because you perceive your control taken away, you have a sense of feeling inadequate, you feel unlovable, you think people exist for your benefit. And so the program is, we put them on the bicycle, they have an epiphany, a light starts shining, they start realizing that they're programmed to ride the other bicycle. If you're programmed to ride the other bicycle because you cannot ride this one, and so what they start to understand, the amygdala, the emotional part of their brain has been hijacked as a 5-year-old. And so what we do is teach them how to find the owner of the amygdala, the emotional part of the brain, and teach them how to rewire the brain. And so I got employees that's been working for me for years and years that's completely become the opposite person. And so if you got any questions about a program of that nature, I'll be in the back here, and we got the bicycle, and y'all free to ride it. Just don't go crazy because you will fall. We don't want anybody to fall. But the idea is you cannot ride this bicycle because you actually programmed it to ride the other bicycle. Any questions at all? Hey, I really appreciate. Oh, we got one more question? No, you don't. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find him at Smokies. You can find him at Crossroads. You can have your event at the ranch, but they are simply the best. Brent Deen and, of course, the legendary Eddie Deen. Thank you, Deen family. Fantastic, as always. And again, as you enjoy the samples here at the Celebrity Chef stage, remember our friends from Irving Cares. We certainly could use your help, and it stays right here in Irving, Texas. It's not a handout, it's a hand up, and these are tough times. We appreciate any help you can give our friends at Irving Cares. It stays right here in our community, and we appreciate your support. Coming up at 3 o'clock is going to be the Beer Pickle Challenge from our friends at Conscious Choice Foods. That's here at the Southern Comfort Celebrity Chef stage. You don't want to miss it. The incredible Maren Morris, I'm assuming, will be back on stage here before too long. You definitely don't want to miss that. She is a favorite here at ZestFest, and that and much, much more still to come. We're here until 5 o'clock today in Irving, Texas at the Convention Center at ZestFest 2012.